With the state of today's economy, it is more important than ever to invest in products that last for years to come. As the seasons shift and get cooler, make sure your closet is stocked with durable layers that stand the test of time from American Giant. American Giant's clothes work harder and are wearable season after season. Their greatest hoodie ever made is made of the highest quality materials that are cut and sewn right here in the United States. So you're investing right back into your local community. Choosing American Giant means taking a stand for American manufacturing and hardworking Americans, something other mega corporations don't care about. From fleece to knit, all in a range of colors for versatile daily wear, American Giant delivers everyday pieces designed for everyday life. Feel the difference of quality made-to-last clothes from American Giant. Get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20 at american-giant.com. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com with code STAPLE20.
Sit back and relax and get ready for another exclusive episode of the Online Marketing Secrets Podcast with Lopez.
This episode is sponsored by FindFlightsAndHotels.com. Looking for the perfect summer vacation destination for you and your family? FindFlightsAndHotels.com has got you covered. From tropical beaches to cultural adventures, our brand new travel website is your one-stop shop for booking the unforgettable family vacation you've been dreaming of. Discover amazing deals, top-rated accommodations, and unbeatable flight options, all in one place. Say goodbye to stress and hello to endless fun in the sun. Don't miss out on creating cherished memories with your loved ones this summer. Visit FindFlightsAndHotels.com now and start planning the getaway of a lifetime.
Or like and share this episode. So yeah, this lady, she's a young woman, 30 years old. She started a cleaning company called Cool Aunt Cleaners. It's kind of a clever name. She lives in Portland. She lives in Portland. She started this business 2 years ago, and she's doing pretty well for herself. And I'm gonna play the video. Let you see what she's all about and how she got started and everything. So here we go.
It's really great. Everything's working out for me. Everything's great. Awesome. And then it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? Nothing's working out. I'm a mess. I'm Ortiz. I'm 30 years old and I run a cleaning business in Portland, Oregon. Aunt Cleaners is a professional cleaning service. We mainly cater to young professionals and we also spaces as well. We do residential and commercial, but in that we also do move-out cleans, move-in cleans. We do midterm rent. We also do real estate listing cleans. But before that, I had only ever made like $2,000 a month. So I'm pretty used to like living. I keep things pretty frugal. I also have the privilege of having a business account, so I might just be paying myself that $500 every week, but there are expenses that I do run through the business that I'm able to do. I don't feel like I'm struggling, but I feel like I'm taken care of and I have the things that I need, and it's like the sacrifice for the overall bigger vision. I've been poor my whole life. I've lived paycheck to paycheck my whole life. Growing up, money was definitely tight. I feel like I learned the value of a dollar just through all of the hard work that I was taught being raised on the farm and watching my parents struggle raising all of us. I had always wanted to move out of state, but I was always really scared and knew that it was super expensive to do that. Just kind of picked that out of nowhere because I wanted to be somewhere that was far away from home, and Portland's just kind of where I landed. Me moving out to the West Coast for the first time, this is the most I've ever spent on rent, on gas, on eggs, milk, anything. It's insane out here. Most of the time I have to just put blinders up to the cost of everything and just make it happen through sales. But when I moved out here, I know this sounds bad, but it wasn't to make friends. It wasn't to be the cool person. Like, I came out here with a vision, which was to build a seven-figure business. I struggled with depression my entire life. I feel like when I moved to Portland, Oregon, I identified things that I wasn't happy about with my life. One of those biggest insecurities was not making a lot of money. So that kind of went into this whole 10-year plan of, making more money and building the seven-figure business. My reasoning really comes down to be able to provide for myself and my family. I don't think it was until I left home and moved in with a house full of girls that I realized not everyone grew up with a stay-at-home mom that cleaned the house and did chores themselves growing up. I did a lot of research and development on how to start a cleaning company. Are they profitable? What do you need to start a cleaning company? How much does it cost? And that was one of the things that drew me to the cleaning business. The fact that the costs are so low, it's just kind of insane, because if you're just starting out with you doing the work, which was another draw to start the business, was that labor's always your most expensive thing. And if I can physically do the work well, then labor's not a big barrier to entry, if that makes sense. Solo cleaner that I can be. And to me, that was like a logo, a website. I purchased the domain name, the Google Workspace, the vacuum, cleaning supplies, microfiber cloths. I got little magnets for my car, all the t-shirts, insurance, that's important, auto insurance, general liability insurance. I set up the LLC. I hired a graphic designer and just told him I wanted it to be this kind of vintage mascot looking logo. There's also this country song. It might be called Suds in the Bucket. And I thought this was very representative of Suds in the Bucket. The first few months of the business, I was still working for the tech startup and I was getting the proof of concept for the cleaning company off the ground. So I was doing this after hours and on weekends. I was doing all of the cleans myself. It is physically really difficult work. In the first month of starting the cleaning company, I was able to replace my tech job salary. That was a huge telling point. I think just as quickly as we hit 10,000 to 13,000 months, that was kind of insane too. And knowing that I wasn't doing any kind of paid advertising or discounts or offers or anything like that, the proof of concept for a six-figure business was proven pretty early on. Took on a move out clean. It was just me. And it took me 13 hours to do a massive move out real estate listing clean. It was in way over my head. I underbid the job and the riches are in the niches. And so I quickly learned that just because you're in a higher income neighborhood or a bigger house, it doesn't mean that you're making more money. It actually means that you're making less money. Because I started out as a solo cleaner, I naturally was able to take on these smaller luxury condo buildings because that was more feasible for me in terms of time. But I also learned later on that the smaller spaces that we're cleaning are more profitable. There's a million different ways to spin a cleaning company because you can do it solo or you can do it with a business with employees. We do everything pretty official through Bendy. We have an accountant, gas, supplies, insurance, and payroll for our employees. Cleaning supplies are relatively low cost, but we do have a relatively inexpensive storage unit that we rent out to store all of our supplies in. And then we have laundry service and things like that that we pay for. Since having employees, I do try to have bigger places or dirtier places with two people if we're able to do that. But ultimately, I just schedule cleans at our current capacity. All clients kind of undergo an initial clean that typically just gets the initial layers of all the dirt and grime that's been accumulating since they've had a cleaning service last, or some people have never had a cleaning service ever. They pay 20% deposit, and then we get their initial clean on the books. If they're happy with the service and want to move forward with a recurring service, then we book them for monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly cleaning services. Move out cleans are the hardest cleans, very hard labor in terms of the effort it takes to get them looking brand new again, but that's just essentially gutting the place and making it look brand new. I really do enjoy seeing the result of seeing the client's reaction. a time capsule to just kind of have all these memories of where I was, where I am, and where I'm heading. And I also think it's really important and empowering to other people to see people who don't come from money or like don't come from anything and just have a big dream, making things happen. Long-term vision of where I see the company going is having one in other major cities and allowing other people what I wish I had earlier, which was an opportunity to move to another like cool state and have a job lined up. And I kind of want to make that same concept here. I want to be the person in my family that creates generational wealth and leaves behind a legacy that my nieces and nephews can be proud of or have access to if like they also share the joy of entrepreneurship. And I think there needs to be someone in the family doing that to show other people that the path is possible. Not that anyone's asked me to do that or cares, but here I am.
That's about it. These types of businesses, cleaning businesses, they do pretty well based on the people that I've known. As a matter of fact, there's a cleaning lady that I know personally. She helps me clean, my house and where I live every 2 to 3 months. And I think, she does about $200,000 a year, and she has 2 employees. So, you can do pretty well. And the best part about it, you don't have to have a college degree or no experience, really. I mean, everyone has experience when it comes to cleaning, I think. If you ever live by yourself, so that's your experience. If you ever live by yourself, if you ever clean up behind yourself, that's what the experience. If you ever clean your own bathroom, your own kitchen, wipe the counter off, mop the floor. I think if you ever lived by yourself, or if you grew up with parents that told you, hey, you got to clean this and clean that, that's the experience. So you've already done this type of job at your own personal residence. So why not make money from it, if you can, if that's your thing, So, especially if you live in a tourist area or area where, a lot of business people fly in and fly out, like Vegas, New York, LA, Miami, places like that. People are looking for cleaners, things to be clean. Especially if where you live at, there's a lot of apartments where people move in and move out every 12 months. And when people move out, they need people to clean the apartment so a new person can come in. So, in my opinion, this is a good business. So, share this episode. Tell me what you think below. Would you consider starting a cleaning business? Tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Online Marketing Secrets Podcast. Subscribe at the kingofcashflowwebsites.com or for free on iTunes. That way you'll never miss another show.